Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tosin for those that are new here, and in today's video, as you could have seen from the title, I'm so excited about this video. I'm going to be showing you how I glued down my closures to look like a frontal or to make them look as realistic as possible. Now before I go on, this wig that I'm wearing is not glued on. Let me show you so that you know. Literally, I can just lift it up. It is not glued on, but it fits really nicely. I'm also going to put the details of the hair in the description box in case you're interested. Now, you guys know I wear a lot of wigs. I have probably over 40, almost 50 wigs. I know it sounds a lot when I say it back now, but yeah, I have a lot of wigs and I love to wear wigs. And one thing I know that I get a lot of compliments about is how I lay my wigs. I'm going to glue down this wig because it's part of the process of ensuring that our wigs look very nice and look very natural. Now, please, I need to put a disclaimer out there. No matter how skilled you are, no matter how what would I say, natural the lace that you're using is, please bear in mind that it is still a wig. A wig is going to be a wig. A wig is not going to be like it's coming out of your scalp. You can try your best, which is what I try to do, just to ensure that it looks as realistic as possible, that to the first naked eye you're not able to see it. But if you're standing literally above my head or you're in my face like this, then you probably will be able to see it, which I'm going to go also into detail the different types of laces and my preference when it comes to wearing wigs and the pros and cons. So also this wig, as I said, I'm going to glue it down. I'm going to glue it down in partnership with Professional Labs. This is the products that I use a lot. These are the makers of Ghost Bond. If you watch my YouTube videos, you would have seen me mention Ghost Bond every time I'm doing my lace installation. Every time I'm doing my hair, I always talk about the adhesive that I use to lay my wig. So it was very exciting when I got to partner with them with this video. And this is the beautiful box that I received. I'm going to insert videos and which contains product. I think a 7-step product which I'm going to show you guys now in this video, and the uses and all of that, and we're going to be referring to that in the video. So if you'd like to know more, definitely keep watching. So this is the box again, very compact, very neatly done. I really like the branding as well. So once you open up the box, the first thing you see is the glue on the left and a spatula on the right, which I'll do like a zoom in later. So once you remove that, you see on the lid, you see the 7-step, what would I say, process of achieving the ultimate bond, as it says. So starts from first the remover, you know, the adhesive remover is the first two, then the shampoo, another shampoo, then remove all the traces of the glue from the scalp, and then the dermal mud is like a mask that you put, I think, on the hair, and the sweat is just like an antiperspirant to stop sweating on the skin for a while. So this is the glue. As you guys can see, it's very small, but you guys, this thing lasts for a long time. It's about, I think, I can't remember the ounce. I'll try and put it maybe in the description box as well. And the spatula for application, I usually don't use the spatula. This is my first time seeing this spatula, but I think it's a really, really good addition. I like the fact that it actually says ready, set, slay, because I mean, that's what you think about when you want to do your wig. So I'm just showing you the contents again. This is the zipper bag that it came in. I thought this was really handy. I'm actually going to use this on an upcoming trip, hopefully in the future. And I really like the fact that they also put their logo on the zipper. I thought that was like, I really like the detail, although it's just a basic PVC bag. So this is me showing you the items that I just read out to you earlier. So this is just it again. The names are on the side so you don't mix them up. So this is the Ghost Buster. It's a remover. You know, just everything that I said. This is just me showing you one by one, or me checking it out one by one. It wasn't that I was showing you. I was just checking it out myself. So I found that really, really interesting, and I have more products, you know, in my stash now. But in the tutorial I'm going to show you today, I'm going to show you how I install my own, even without all these products if you don't have it, but I'm just going to show you. So that's about it. So let's go back into the video. Okay, oh, Emil just came in. Let's just get back into the video. Okay, so for this part, you might want to get out your notepad if you feel like I'm going to give you information that's going to take you from drab to fab, or it's going to make you that maybe you already know how to wear your wigs, but just make it a little bit more nice, more flush on your skin. It's time to take notes now, and I'm also going to put everything that I say on the screen. So the first thing that I want you to think about when you're installing your wig to look very natural is the type of lace that you're using. For an average wig wearer, they all look the same, but for someone that knows a little bit more about hair, you know that there's normal lace, which is the regular French lace, there's Swiss lace, and there's also HD lace, which is the newest one. Now the laces that I mentioned them in the order of strength. So the one that I'm wearing on my head now, it's an HD lace. I'll see if I can zoom in closer to also show you. An HD lace is very thin. It's the most realistic, it's the most natural, but it's so thin. If you wear the hair every day on a lace, on an HD lace, it is going to rip. you're not going to get your money's worth. You're going to waste your money, especially with frontals. Once they rip, it's so challenging for you to sew it back. The Swiss lace and the French lace, they're also nice if you get your exact, you know, skin color, but you might need to tint it. It's a lot stronger as well. So if you do it like this, it doesn't tear. But I cannot do that with this wig. So whilst the HD lace is more natural, it's not durable, it doesn't last long. I don't recommend it for someone that only has 1 or 2 wigs. It's good for someone that has lots of wigs and brings it out once in a blue moon. So that's the type of lace. So with that information, obviously, the more flush or thin the lace is, the more realistic it will look on your head. So don't expect that you buy a wig with regular Swiss lace and you lay it on your head. It's going to look like someone that buys the same wig but with HD lace. Do you understand? I hope that makes sense. I'll try and put maybe pros and cons on the screen as well. I hope that makes sense. So definitely the type of lace determines how flush and realistic it will be. So that's one. The second thing also is your skin prep. Using the Ghost Bond, you know, kits, I'm going to show you now. As I said earlier, you know, you need to clean your skin. You need to prep your skin properly so that when you're laying the glue, you would not, it would adhere better. Usually, I like to glue my wig before I do my makeup, but for the purpose of this video, I'm actually going to do it on my makeup. So just in case maybe you're going out, it's not something you're used to, you don't have the luxury of time, you can also see that it actually gives a good hold as well. I take my wig off every single night. Every day I take off my wig. I don't know how people go to salons, have their wig installed and carry it for days. I don't know. It's just, I feel like it's not going to be comfortable for me, but I know that with the Ghost Bond, it can last up to, especially with the maybe platinum, it can last up to 6 to 7 days. It's because it's waterproof. Well, I don't do that because of just my personal preference. So if I need to go out every day, I would lay my wig every day. I just cannot sleep with wigs. That's just my preference, as I said. So you need to ensure that your skin is properly prepped so that it will last, you know, for longer hours, for longer days, if you decide to do that as well. So that's the second thing, your skin prep is the type of adhesive that you use. If you use a hair gel to hold your wig, the moment you step out of your car or your house and humidity hits, it's going to start sliding back. So if you like, use a wig grip, use elastic, it is going to, by the time you're done, your wig will be here. But if you want it to stay taut through the working hours or through the day, you need, or even through holiday, maybe you're going on a holiday and you need something to hold your wig down, you would need to get something really strong like the Ghost Bond, which I'm going to be showing you guys how I use it in this video. Now, another thing I want to, you know, highlight about making you ensure that your wig looks natural is to do a part that is believable. I find that strong parts don't really do well with when you're laying your hair, when it's not a center part. For side parts, try to curve it, try to make it slant. Even if you're going to have a part like this, ensure that you twist the hairline just so it's more flush. No one's head is just like this, you know, so you might also want to consider that. Another thing I'll also talk about is, you know, when you're done gluing the hair, you need to take like a hot comb or an iron, or ironing, not iron for clothes, iron, what's it called, a wand, yeah, a wand, a straightening wand, a curling wand. You want to use it to like press down this place just so that it's not too bumpy. Now the last but not the least is the time that you need for it to dry and actually set into place. There are two methods. You can decide to put the glue, you know, blow air, or use like a hair dryer and then put several layers, like 3 to 4 layers, so that it's very, like, you know how when you go and fix your shoes with a cobbler, how they put like glue just, and they put several layers before they affix the two together. It's just the same thing with the lace and your head. Another method I said is maybe you have to get like a strip, which is the one I personally use, like an elastic strip or a cloth strip, just to tie down the perimeter of your head so that whatever you've laid sets in place, especially when you're just using one layer like I usually do. Now this video, I'm not going to do what I do not do in this video. I'm going to do exactly what I do when I'm going out, when I'm going to church in the morning and I need to rush and take care of my daughter as well. And I'm going to be showing you that using the Ghost Bond glue. Now Ghost Bond comes in different variances, the classic, the XL, the platinum. I think there's another one as well, but the one I have today is the Ghost Bond XL. I really like this one as well. This is one I use. I have 2 other bottles as well personally that I bought, and also this one that I have as well. So this is one I'm going to use for my glue today. I'm sitting here and I don't have a mirror, but I have a mirror in my hand. I don't have a mirror in front of me, I have a mirror in my hand, which I'm going to use to affix this glue. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. Now I hope that the sun is still good and I'm able to use this mirror to see very, very, very clear. So I'm just going to clean the mirror now and we're just going to go into the video. Okay, so we can see clearer. I've decided to come really close to my camera and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. You guys, so I have a zit on my face and here. That happened yesterday. I don't know where it came from. If you have any ideas on how to remove that, because I usually don't have pimples on my face, so this is very weird. But anyway, I think it's the oil I actually put on my hairline. Yeah, I think so. Said my hair is not glued down, so I'm going to start the process now. And it's just a small top, but me, because I only use one layer, this lasts me for, the last one I had lasted me for maybe 2 years, and I did not need to change it. And then it has this little top that looks like a drop, so it's very good to apply. Now, first things first, I usually decide what parting that I want. I'm going with a C part, which is my signature C part. That's what I'm going with first. Then I'm going to decide where I want the wig to be laid. I want the wig to be laid here, exactly where it is. Now, usually, you know, because I'm used to it, I know what to do. But because you're a newbie, what you can actually do is you can take an eye pencil, a really thin eye pencil, and you can kind of mark where you want it to be. Just mark like a bit, just where you want the lace to lay. So that's what you can do. So I'm just going to move it back a bit. Because I've been wearing this wig for a while, I kind of can see an indentation of where it is. So what I do is, this is my tail comb. You do not need to use the spatula that came with it, because when the glue is sold, it is not sold with a spatula. You do not need to use this spatula that came with it. You can use this comb. As I said, I'm doing exactly what I do every day and showing you guys. So usually what I do is I take this and I put a pump, just a drop like this. Can you see how tiny this is? So this is not one of the products that, you know, you are extremely generous with. It's not a leave-in conditioner. So that's what I do. And then I ensure that I wipe the top. Like when I drop it, I wipe the top and then I close it back, because you guys remember it's a glue. So you have to be careful. It's an adhesive. So I make sure that the tail of my tail comb is very clean. There are no residue, anything, just very clean. Then I take this like this. I hope you guys can see. Just like this. And then I start from the middle. I'm just going to look down. I'm going to cross continue. Hopefully I'm in focus. I'll probably try to zoom in this part. And then I follow. Now notice I do not have any hair on this place where I'm laying the wig. So it is not on my hairline. My sideburns do, my hair here, I don't know if you can see, it does come front a bit. So I try to go around it, so it doesn't pull out my hair when I'm removing, which, as I said, even pulling out your hair, it's a function of, let me say you don't remove it properly at night with maybe say like a rubbing alcohol or the products that I showed you earlier in the video when I was showing you the box from Professional Labs. So you can also always add more. I just added more now. Well, I like to do it in batches. So I rather have too little and need to add more than to have a lot, and then it's really hard returning excess glue into the container. Now also be very careful. Usually I try not to let my lace get stained with glue, because that also adds to leaving that kind of gunk on it, and we don't want that gunk. Now notice what I'm doing. As I'm applying it, I'm moving it back as well, like just like less than an inch, like half an inch back to my hairline. So you apply it, you move it back a bit like that, and then I do that. So I'm done with the length of my closure now. If I was doing the frontal, this is a 5x5. I think a frontal is 13 by 6, so 13 inches by 6. But this is a 5x5, so it's just 5 inches. So that's what I'm doing now. So now you can, at this point, you can take a blow dryer and then ensure that it's really, really tacky. But trust me guys, I do this so often. I know, like, just because my husband just came in 1 minute ago, it's already dry now, so I do not need a blow dryer. But the rule of thumb is to ensure that it's completely dry, that you cannot see any white cast. Now because I did it on top of my makeup, it looks like there's white cast. Trust me, it's not white cast. It's from what I see. It's just the makeup looking like as if I added water on it. So once I'm done with that, I usually take like a cotton pad and I try to clean my tail comb again, because we're going to be using it again. So I just try to clean it again to ensure that it's very clean. And then I now begin to, I also try to remove the one on the back of my hand just by rubbing it off, because you know it's an adhesive. So just by rubbing it off, I try to remove the one at the back of my hand. But usually when I'm done with my makeup and my hair, I always wash my hands because I have a baby. I don't want to stain her with anything. So that's that. So now you just take the wig and you literally place it on what you have done. You guys, it seems so easy, but trust me, you have to be very meticulous with it. If not, you won't get that flush. Can you guys see? It's literally disappearing into my hairline. Now, if maybe for some reason you've gone and overput, or you did not put enough, it's no big deal. You can always go back. You guys, can you see the lace is gone? You can literally go back and fix it. So I always try to just ensure that. Then this is when I go back in with my tail comb and I begin to do this. Just to ensure that all the edges are in. Then literally that's all. Notice that I used only one layer, just one layer, and I didn't do much. Can you see? One layer. So after doing that, I usually go in with like an elastic band or like just a strip of cloth like this. This is cut out from my old leggings, so you don't need anything too deep. I use this a lot, so it has a little bit of makeup on it. So I just clip my hair away, but I don't have a clip near me now, and I just tie that place down. Now, as I said, this just helps to ensure that, you know, everything sets into place. So I'm just going to do that now. So this is the rope. If it's long enough, you can bring it to the front, but I think this particular one I'm holding, I think it's not long enough. Yeah, it's not long enough. So you can just ensure that it's properly fitted. Sometimes what I do is, if it's not long enough, I just tie around my neck like this. As I said, I'm just showing you guys exactly what I do. I just tie around my neck like this. Don't be scared. It's not tight. So I just tie it around my neck like this, and I come forward. Now, obviously, then I take my comb and I ensure that there's no hair trapped in there. So usually another thing that I also do just to set the hair really nicely is take like a holding spray. This is just a regular holding spray, nothing too deep. Oops. And I put it here, not on the lace, on the hair and on the parts. This also helps with any flyaways, and I comb it back. So in doing this, if you have, maybe say you want to do baby hairs, which I'm not really a fan of, if you want to do baby hairs, by the time you lay the hair, the hair is not in place, it's out of place. At this point, you can go in with prong, oh dear. At this point, you can go in with prong clips and set it down, or even another scarf and tie down your hair. So I'm not going to be doing that because this hair is curly hair. I'm just going to go in with a leave-in conditioner, revive the curls, and I'm going to come back and show you guys the outcome. Okay? Okay. So this is me just applying leave-in conditioner. I try to put it from where the curls start, not necessarily from the parting, and I also focus on the tips of the hair because that's usually the driest. Okay, so you take off the headband after a while. Usually at this point when I'm done, I just like to use my powder and see if there's any sorry, my mirror is far away. If there's any like parts that I didn't cover, and I just touch up my face, and at this point I'm ready to go. What I think I always do as well is I try to glue down my edges. My gel is far away from me, not my edges, my sideburns. I try to just not too sticky, just make sure that it's nice and flat. And then if anywhere I see, let me say, any gray hairs from the closure or any gray you know, because it's HD lace, sometimes it withers, what's the word, like it feathers. Yeah, any feather, I'd use my eye pencil, my natural eye pencil, and I just try to shade in. You guys, the point of wearing a wig is just to camouflage, to make it look natural. As you guys can see, I did not do any baby hairs, and I think it looks good to go. So let me try and move back. Wait. Okay, I think it looks good to go. I hope I'm in focus. Then, as I say, I usually take a hot comb and I try to make this place go flatter. I don't need to use a hot comb because it's all the way fiery, but you should just take a hot comb and I just kind of press this place even flatter. Although now it's not bad as well, it's still okay flat. So yeah, that's about it on my tutorial on how to, you know, glue your closure down. I hope that all the tips that I shared are helpful for you when you're doing your own installation. Shout out to Ghost Bond again. I use Ghost Bond XL from Professional Labs. You guys make sure you get the authentic one. I'm going to put all the links in the description box below where to purchase this if you're within the UK, outside of the UK, in Nigeria, in Africa, everywhere you are. I'm sure there's a retailer to get it from. I'll try and put all the places where you can get authentic Ghost Bond from. So yes, that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and make sure you please like this video, you share, you leave a comment, and yeah, you subscribe. Until next time, stay blessed. Bye bye.